about 8:15 Saturday morning. Going to try to do some videoing today and see if we can knock out a pretty long ride today over here at Bailey's. Starting from the Blue Dog Bike Camp. Going to ride up and hit Pig Iron to the left, the short way to get to the top of the hill. A little bit of a climb, but it's not too bad. Both Pig Irons have some climbing, but this is the shorter climb. Video just a few minutes of it, and leaves are starting to come down already. I don't know how the video is going to fare. Looks like it's bouncing around a little bit. The way it's on my helmet. Trails are rock hard. Got plenty of rain in 2 months. That'll get your legs burning. I think that's the worst of it. That first little one. We just came out of pig iron. Going to cross the road. And we're going to get on this new connector. To take us down to, gosh, is it Tippletop? I think it is Tippletop. So we just came down from the right there. We're at the end of Pig Iron. Got a trail intersection here. Just because I'm trying to do a bigger loop today, I'm going straight across. Straight across. I think that's Tippletop. Going straight across and going to do a corpse tour. And I'll eventually loop back up further on up here. So, carrying on. So we'll give a little glimpse of kind of what corpse tour, however you just pronounce it, is like. I like this section. I don't think it gets ridden as much as some of the other trails, but it's a good trail to connect to a couple of other longer trails. Ouch! Greenbriers. Oh! To the face. Lots of acorns on the ground. Riding on marbles. So we just finished coming down Course Tour right here. We're going to continue left. But you could also turn right down Knight's Labor, which is a short, really fast downhill with lots of little jumps, little jumpy features. But we're going to make our way left and continue up Knight's Labor, back up to the top of the hill, top of Nelsonville and West Bailey intersection. We've come to the top of Knight's Labor, where it joins back up with Tippletop. Yep. So we're going to run out Tippletop to the right, make our way to the top of Nelsonville. Cross the road a couple times and carry on. Oh, it's just a fun little swoopy section here on top of the ridge. This parallels Coal Run Road to your left, You're never more than a few hundred feet from the gravel. Trails are so dry and fast, it kind of encourages you to kind of pedal faster and ride harder, which I'm trying to not do, because I'm going to try to do about 30 today, and I need to pace myself a little bit because I'm old. And you can see right there's the road on the left. A lot of people park up here. You start out high instead of having to climb right out of the gate. Tippletop, West Bailey, Nelsonville, all those, that little intersection there. Take this little connector, and we'll cross the road again. I forget the name of that little short one we're getting ready to hop on. We'll find out in a second. We're going to turn left. So they're still calling this Tippletop. Holler Collar is what we're getting on. Cross the road again. Holler Collar. We'll eventually make our way up to the pond at Utah Ridge. We're still on Holler Collar. We're getting ready to turn right. I don't know if they still call it Holler Collar or Nelsonville School. We'll find out. So you turn left to go down to the Nelsonville Trailhead parking lot. So we're going to turn right, and they're calling it continuation of Holler Collar. This will meander its way. Easy climbs, nothing bad. Some flat, some little humps, and end up at the pond at Utah Ridge. So we're finishing up Holler Collar. Gonna pop out into the Utah Ridge Pond area here and continue on the Bullfrog Loop. Still kind of early. We're 7.6 miles in. This bullfrog loop's really short, maybe a mile and a half, and it just loops right back. Except about 3/4 of the way out here, we're going to take a right and continue on and hit some of the outer perimeter loops. So we're finishing up the bullfrog loop. We're going to turn down into the underground pedal strike, the underground trail. Well, we're trying to keep our pedals flat. There's a hard left up here we're getting ready to take that's about a 50-50 for me. Let's go ahead and get in the gear we want. It's a kind of like a switchback, a hard left onto another trail, and it's really rocky at the entrance. You really have to keep your weight over the center. Yeah. Well, we made it that time. We're gonna cross the road. Let's see what this trail's named. We just came off of, it's still called the Underground. And still on the Underground. They put some neat little rock hopovers on here. And which is the case a lot. The gravel roads just to our right, 100 feet or so up the hill. Not far at all. There's actually a house right there, I think. This is a fun, longer section here. The underground. Moderate, no big climbs, no big downhills. Just goes on for a good ways. Nice little run. So we're still early in the underground on the long section here. It's just a fun, moderate trail, and it's about the same either direction you ride it. Yeah, that's where we just came out of, the underground. My little camera battery died on me, so I'm gonna have to be a little more conservative the rest of the ride. We're crossing straight over. State Route 685 is right there, you can see it. We're crossing straight over. I'm gonna continue on. Nebo Spirit Trail. They're calling it a black. But if you keep turning left out here, it's not bad at all. It's all moderate. And we're about 12.5 miles in. We've been riding about 2 hours. So, like I said, I'm going to be conservative with the filming, so I'll probably just turn it on at intersections and stuff. I just came down that trail, which is still, they're calling it black for more difficult, Nebo Spirit. Like I said, if you take Nebo Spirit across the road from underground, and if you just keep making left turns and stay on Nebo, it's not, I don't think it's worthy of being a most difficult, but they put it over here where there are some other steeper, more challenging trails. So like I said, we're going to stay left and go up Nebo. All these trails to the right, they've put in some rock drops and some challenge sections. That's why they're more difficult. Here's Oak Rush. Some of these I've not even ridden, just haven't had time. But let's see where we're at. I had to do some logistics with the bottles here anyway. 15 miles in. Man, about 2 hours and 20 minutes ride time. So we're going to carry on. We just finished up and came down Nebo Spirit. Some really tight switchbacks and a good downhill. I wish I could have recorded that, but well. So then come down to the paved road. We're going to turn right and cruise over and do Blue Devil. I've got my camera mount and everything off, so I'm just going to hold the camera here, hoping I don't drop it. Because it's just a short little cruise over to Blue Devil. Blue Devil's most difficult. It's a black diamond. Okay, so this is Car Bailey that we're on. That's Big Bailey. It goes to the right. It is bow season. So instead of sharing the road, we're sharing the trails. You might see deer hunters out. We're nearing the end of September. Alright, Blue Devil turns off just past this bridge, goes hard right up the hill. Pretty steep. Well, we survived not wild turkey. We survived Blue Devil, yeah. And Blue Devil on its own kind of sucks. It doesn't flow, and it's got a lot of steep ups. But just this weekend, they've got a couple of little short bypasses cut into it. I stuck to the main Blue Devil route today. Glutton for punishment. I'll have to come back and ride the new trails and see how they are. I imagine they probably cut out a lot of the more arduous stuff, and probably wasn't getting ridden that much on its own. But so now we're going to turn left on Wild Turkey and make our way down across the creek and head over to West Bailey Road and carry on. So we just came down out of Wild Turkey Trail right there. We're crossing West Bailey Road, and we're going to continue on Wild Turkey Trail after we get a drink and a snack. And we might try to put the camera on. It's had a good hour to rejuvenate itself a little bit, so maybe we can video a little. All right, we're on Wild Turkey. We're going to try to video a little more, see if the camera holds out. Kind of nearing the end of this ride. I'm out about 22 miles in. About 7 or 8 to go. This is one of the first trails they put in out here. Know it quite well. Well, we just came off of Wild Turkey. That way, we came that way. There's Tipple Top, which we were on earlier today. Goes to the right. We're going to make a left. We're going to be on Tipple Top up to where it connects to Pig Iron, and we're going to turn right. And we'll be just 4 miles or so from the end of this death march. Here's our turn off to pig iron. Oh, I don't know if we got it in the legs or not. So coming off the tipple top, getting on pig iron. And its little switchy backs. All right. First one. These are kind of steep too. All right. One down. I don't know if there's two or three. This one looks rough. Two down. I think that was it. Cool. All right. We're on pig iron. We got a couple little steep little switchbacks. This is the longer pig iron section. We did the short one this morning, which is only 2 miles. We started out on it and went to the top of the hill. This is the 4-mile pig iron that's going to bring us out right to the same spot as the other one crosses. I've been taking it pretty easy here, waiting for these. I knew these switchback climbs were coming. See if the legs got enough juice left in them. There's another one. Not too steep. I think there's one up here that is. Might be this one. No, that don't look bad at all. Nope. I don't know if that's it or not. Turn you off until we find out. Still on pig iron. This little section of pig iron they put in to give you the little rock drop features to the left there. I don't do them, but still a little technical going to the right even. A couple little rocks to navigate, but nothing too bad. That's pretty much it. Pretty much downhill or moderate all the way back. Here we're coming out to the road we started on this morning. Pig iron. There's a garter snake. There's where we went in a long time ago. I'm going to call that the Blue Dog Epic. It mapped out to be about 30 miles, but I'm showing it coming up about a half a mile short. If you start from camp here and finish up. All right, that was a ride. I'm showing 29.2. 29.2. All right, that's the end of that.